Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik, and well, we all knew this day would come. After 21 years, Rooster Teeth is shutting down. Now, how long will this process take? We don't know, but I feel like there are a lot of factors that went into this decision and that I just want to talk about, and because I do find it pretty interesting. First things first, I just want to extend my condolences to the employees of Rooster Teeth. And I hope that they have no trouble finding work in the industry. It's been pretty rough out there the last few years, so good luck to them. So Rooster Teeth was founded in 2003 by a group of guys named Bernie Burns. There was Matt Hollum, Jeff Ramsey, Jason Saldana, Gus Sorolla, and I believe Joel Heyman. Honestly, pioneers. Let's just talk about that. In the early internet days, if you're like me, you probably found them through their show Red vs. Blue, which was a machinima based off the Halo series, the video game series, not the show. Ultimately, I say that I probably watched them more when they created Achievement Hunter, and I believe that was in 2011. And Achievement Hunter actually isn't around anymore either. I think they shut down, I want to say last year, but those people were repurposed somewhere else in the company. If you've been on YouTube for as long as I have, you know that Rooster Teeth was a powerhouse when it came to content. I mean, they really did pioneer a lot of things that we see, just like producing shorts, skits. They really pioneered podcasting. I think they started their podcast like before 2010. They also really cornered the Let's Play market of the early days of YouTube before like other gaming behemoths really kind of took over in the later half of the 2010s. So Rooster Teeth was acquired by AT&T like years ago, and then when they merged with Warner Bros. So Warner Bros. Had them, and then again Warner Bros. Merged with Discovery, so Warner Bros. Discovery owns them. And as we all know, WBD has been going through a little bit of a midlife crisis the last couple years because of their joke of a CEO, David Zaslav. I don't want to get into it here. I'm sure I can make another video talking about this whole saga. But really, it's just that Zaslav has been just gutting films and projects and other just things in order to save the company money, which fair, but he's also focusing on making trashy reality TV because that's what gets the most views instead of actual quality long form content, something that would be on HBO. I know there are a lot of factors here that went into this decision. Like, it's not just a cut and dry, let's save money. I'm sure there's a lot of things that went into this. But it is nice to see that they are trying to save a lot of Rooster Teeth's IP, like Ruby, Genlock, and Red vs. Blue. I don't know what will happen in the coming months with Archie's properties. Their overall views have been pretty stagnant, and I would say probably falling the last 5 years or so. I, for one, only really consume like 2 podcasts from them, and that is Red Web and Fuckface, which are great podcasts, by the way, if you haven't seen them. I think I'm upset about this is because, like Rooster Teeth, there was also SourceFed, which was been gone for years, Machinima, who's been gone for years, and I'm sure other channels that I can't think of right now. But a lot of those channels in the early years is what got me into video production. It's what got me into doing stuff like this. It's watching SourceFed and like the early days of Achievement Hunter. Like, that's what got me into creating video game content. My old subscribers will remember that I did a lot of Minecraft content, and that's what kind of started this channel. There was a time when I even applied to work at Rooster Teeth and be like either a content writer or working with Achievement Hunter, which I guess worked out. Now, I know Rooster Teeth has had their fair share of controversies over the years, and I don't want to downplay those. I do know that some of them were pretty horrific. It's just sad to see a lot of good people who make good content just lose their jobs because, you know, money needs to be cut, you know, and that's what it comes down to. This is, I think, ultimately the decision to cut Rooster Teeth was Zaslav looking at all of these things and being like, what is Rooster Teeth? Cut it. You know, he probably had no idea. I don't know what other channels that are under Rooster Teeth's umbrella are going to do, if they are going to go independent or be sold to another studio. It would be interesting to see a lot of them go independent, but I think the only one that could would probably be Slow Mo Guys. Gavin and Dan have their own thing going, and they bring in millions of views, so I think they will be fine. I'm sure we'll find out more information in the coming weeks and even months from the creators of a lot of these shows that Rooster Teeth has, as they kind of just update us on what's going to be happening to the content either on the channel, or if they're even going to continue a lot of their podcasts and shows that they have. What could have been different? I think they expanded beyond their means, and coming from someone who has ran their own production company, albeit not as successful, which, you know, is fine. It is hard work, you know, to allocate funds, to hiring people, to even producing the projects. I mean, a lot of work does go into it. I just think that they had too many channels, too many shows, too many podcasts, and a lot of people just got boggled down. I know for sure I used to listen to all their podcasts back when it was like 3. Like, I listened to the Rooster Teeth podcast and Off Topic. Those are the 2 big ones I listened to. And then all of a sudden they had like 25 different podcast channels, and I just got lost in them. Now, some of them only ran for a couple years. Some of them were like limited thing, which is fine. It's cool, whatever. But things like Red Web, I feel like can operate on their own because they're not really tied to the Rooster Teeth identity. Same thing with Fuckface. I think they're not as tied to the RT identity. I think they could be their own independent thing, and they kind of are, really. So, I don't know. Again, we shall see. But what do you think of Rooster Teeth shutting down? Do you think it's deserved? Do you think it should happen a long time ago? Are you looking forward to seeing if any of their channels survive this purge? Let me know your thoughts below. Anyways, guys, my name is Jorvik. I'll see you next time.